Miranda, where are you? It's a very special day today, you know. I told you not to be late.
Oh, please, as if I could forget. This is my son's wedding we're talking about. Do you think I was born yesterday?
All right, as long as you haven't forgotten. I was just getting a little nervous because everyone else has already arrived at the church, and you're the only one who hasn't shown up yet. Where are you? Please tell me you're not going to be late. Come on, Miranda, you promised.
I'm on my way there now. Just relax, will you? Jeez, talk about being uptight. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Well, hurry up. I don't know where you've been, but everyone has been looking for you. Hello, Miranda. The ceremony is starting in a few minutes. Why aren't you here yet?
Well, actually, I arrived an hour ago. But I left right away just to mess with you.
What? Are you serious? I didn't see you anywhere. What is going on? The ceremony has already started. Did something happen?
Why, as a matter of fact, something did happen, and I think you should be congratulating me. You see, I took it upon myself to snatch the wedding presents from the lobby. Oh yes, those beautifully wrapped gifts that were meant for the newlyweds. They are now in my possession. Of course, I'm not planning on giving them back. No, not at all. I have a much better idea. I'm going to sell them off and make some quick cash. Isn't that just delightful? I can already taste the sweet victory.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Don't play dumb with me. I mean every word I said. After all these years of me running around, taking care of everyone's needs, I think you can allow me this one thing as a compensation, right? No, in fact, I'd say you owe it to me. So quit acting like a clueless fool and start acknowledging my demands.
Where is all of this coming from? I have no idea what you're talking about. What does any of this have to do with stealing Lucas and Anna's wedding presents? Why on earth would you even consider doing such a thing? And what exactly am I supposed to be congratulating you on anyway? This doesn't make any sense.
On my newfound happiness, of course. And yeah, I took the wedding presents. Like I said, you owe me compensation.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Compensation? So let me get this straight. You're telling me that you actually stole the wedding presents without even bothering to attend the ceremony? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Why on earth would you do something so thoughtless and disrespectful?
Alan, I finally met someone special. Someone who understands me. So I'm going to be together with him from now on, whether you like it or not. Aren't you just thrilled for me? After enduring years and years of your nonsense, I'll finally be free. And by the way, I'll be taking these wedding presents as my well-deserved compensation for everything I had to put up with. It's about time I got something out of this miserable relationship.
Look, your so-called newfound happiness doesn't justify stealing wedding presents. And just because you think I owe you something, it doesn't give you the right to act like a selfish thief. Besides, what did Lucas ever do to you?
He stole my life. Well, technically it's all your fault. Yeah, you heard me right. Sins of the father, you know.
Hold on a minute. I have no idea what is going on right now. Explain properly.
I've left the divorce papers at home on the table in the living room. Oh, and by the way, don't hold your breath for my return. I won't be coming back, sweetheart. You're on your own now, so good luck trying to figure out how to survive without me. Ta-ta!
Seriously, are you out of your mind or what? I mean, who does that? On the very day of your own son's wedding ceremony, you steal all the wedding gifts and elope with some random dude? Even for someone like you, that's a whole new level of batshit crazy. You've truly outdone yourself this time.
Oh, well, if you insist on putting it that way, I suppose you could call it eloping. Finally, I'll be free from your miserable existence. And guess what? I'll actually be happy for once. Can you imagine that? It's about time I prioritize my own well-being and ditch the dead weight that is you.
And just what am I supposed to have done to you? I've always done my best to take care of you two. You sure have some nerve saying that after all that's happened. If anything, you should be the one paying me.
Oh, wow, what a surprise. Pray tell, what on earth are you blabbering about now? You truly have a talent for saying the most absurd and nonsensical things. But hey, enough wasting my precious time entertaining your idiocy. I've got places to go and much more important things to see than your sorry face. Bye now. And, oh, do pass along my congratulations to dear Lucas. And don't forget to thank him for those wedding presents, will you? Well done. Adios, you pathetic loser.
Have you lost your mind? What are you thinking? Today is your son's wedding ceremony. Miranda, are you still there?
Hey, Dad. Are you busy right now? Can you call me for a minute?
I'm a little busy with work right now. Is everything okay?
I have something I want to talk to you about. I need some business advice.
Huh? You want to talk to me about business advice? I didn't see that coming. What's up? How can I help?
Well, it's a little hard for me to explain. I don't really know where to start. You know how I opened the new business last month? I thought I might need your help to make sure the whole thing stays on course, you know?
Really? Well, what can I do? If there's anything I can help with, I'd be happy to do it. What exactly do you need me to do?
Would you consider quitting your current job and coming to work with me?
Wait, you want me to quit my job? A little sudden, don't you think? I've worked at this place for over a decade now.
Yeah, sorry. I know it's really out of the blue, but I really need your support right now. I won't force you if you don't want to, though. I'll probably have to move overseas soon. Would you come with me?
Wait, you're going overseas? Since when? Back up and explain from the beginning.
Well, ever since Mom up and disappeared, things have gotten a lot easier around here, don't you think? And Anna loves you like she loves her own father. She'd definitely welcome you to come along with us if you were interested. We could really use your support. Would you please think about it?
I mean, I'm flattered, but I'm just not really sure why. You seem to be doing well yourself. I'm not sure there's much I can help with.
Well, you probably don't like being in that house anymore, do you? Especially living all by yourself now. The other week, when we had a drink together, you said the place feels like it's haunted by all that bad energy, right?
Did I? I don't remember saying that. Sorry if I alarmed you. Anyway, I don't really understand where all of this is coming from. I'll call you later and you can explain it to me in detail.
Actually, do you mind if I stop by the house and see you in person, on my way back home from work? I think it's better if we talk about this in person.
No problem. Let me know when you're done for the day.
Hi, Alan. How are you doing these days? Is life treating you well? Not that I actually care, but I thought I'd ask you just to mock your existence a little more.
Sorry, who is this?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Lucas said the exact same thing. You two are so similar.
Oh, it's you, Miranda. What do you want?
Oh, look at you, Mr. Sensitive. Talk about a frosty reception. You're just as charming as our lovely son. I can totally see where he gets his pleasant personality from now. Did you conveniently forget all about me? Or are you pretending to be oh so happy already? I highly doubt you've moved on so quickly.
No, sadly, I didn't forget. Wish I could, though, same as Lucas. So what could the world's worst mom, who stole her own son's wedding presents and eloped with some random guy, possibly want with me, I wonder?
Alan, you don't have to say it like that. Can't handle the truth, huh? Clearly, someone like you is still bitter about losing a cat like me. I mean, who wouldn't be, right?
I'm just stating the truth. Now, would you please hurry up and just tell me what you want before I lose my temper? I'm pretty busy, you see.
Wow, you're in a bad mood, I see. Maybe a little friendlier could get you somewhere in life. After all, I was thinking about making a compromise with you. So let's get along, okay?
Excuse me? What compromise? What do you think I could possibly want from you?
Oh, you're so dense, aren't you? Let me spell it out for you in plain and simple terms. I'm willing to stoop so low as to remarry you. Are you overwhelmed with joy now? I mean, come on, you practically begged me not to divorce you in the first place.
I don't remember ever saying that.
Why don't we all live together again as the perfect little family we used to be? I asked Lucas if he wanted to come back and live with us, but you know how it is when they grow up. Seems like he'd rather live with his wife than with his mother. But he'll change his mind, I'm sure. Oh. But don't worry, he'll change his mind eventually. I'm sure. Anyway, enough about Lucas. Let's get to the important part. Can I come and live with you? Oh, and don't forget, you'll be supporting me financially, won't you? After all, that's the least you can do for me.
Look, I have no idea what you're on about, but I don't suppose this has anything to do with the success of Lucas's business? Did you see it on the news or something?
Yeah, something like that. I'm so proud of him for succeeding in his dreams. I always knew he could do it. So, I've decided that we should all live together again like a big happy family. Lucas can bring his wife too. You'll convince him for me, won't you?
Huh? Don't just decide for yourself. Have you ever stopped to think if any of us would actually want that?
I thought you might say something like that. But I'm already in front of the house with all my belongings. The lights are out though. Are you not home tonight? Working hard as ever, I see. And the front door is locked, so I can't let myself in. Would you be a sweetheart and come and open the door pronto?
What? Don't tell me you're at the old house right now.
What do you mean, old house? This house is the nest of our love. We have so many memories here.
I see you haven't changed one bit since the last time we talked. You do whatever you want and only think about your own needs, as per usual.
Oh, Alan, you're so stubborn. And here I am willing to make all these compromises for you. Look, I'm really sorry for disappearing on Lucas's wedding day. It wasn't the right thing to do, but that was 5 years ago and you need to let it go. And anyway, I've changed my ways since then. So let's all be together again as a family, okay? I know you want that as much as I do.
We're all living in Paris now. We sold the house, so none of us even live there anymore.
Wait, what? Paris? What do you mean, Paris?
It's the capital of France?
I know that much. I wasn't born yesterday. But why are you living there, of all places? It's on the other side of the world. Explain yourself, Alan.
I told you we're all living in Paris now. Lucas, Anna, and me. You're no longer part of this family. So it's none of your business, actually.
No, but wait a minute. Why on earth did you decide to go and live in Paris? How did this come about? You never mentioned anything about it to me. How come you moved overseas without saying anything?
Why would I say anything to you? We're divorced, and like I said, you're no longer part of this family. What we want to do with our lives now has nothing to do with you.
But we're a family. Don't you care?
We were a family, but that was a long time ago. No one thinks of you like that anymore. You're the one who left us, remember? So we have no reason to contact you. Now you're just a stranger to us. I have no idea why you even bothered contacting me in the first place.
So, hold on. Wait a minute. You're not even in America anymore? But I brought all my stuff with me. What am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to get to Paris? I was planning to live here from now on. Where am I going to go?
You were? Are you serious? Come on, Miranda. You yourself said that you would never return to that house just 5 years ago. So why the hell did you even bother? Anyway, even if someone was home, they wouldn't have let you in even if you begged. You're not welcome anymore, see?
Unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Do you have any idea how much all of this has inconvenienced me? I'm in huge trouble. What do I do now? I can't afford a hotel and I have nowhere else to go. I'm standing in the middle of the road with all of my possessions.
I don't know, Miranda. Figure it out yourself, would you? You disappeared off 5 years ago to presumably do whatever you want. Why don't you try your little vanishing trick again?
I didn't just do whatever I wanted, Alan. How dare you? Don't talk about it like you know what's been happening. I'll have you know I've been through a lot these past 5 years.
Save it, Miranda. I don't want to hear about your problems. You brought them on yourself, and you know it. You just up and left with Lucas and Anna's wedding presents 5 years ago. You didn't even bother to stay and watch the ceremony. You really think he'd accept you back into his life as his mother so easily? Come on, you know I didn't raise him to be a pushover. And to be honest, I want nothing to do with my scummy ex-wife either.
I've had it worse than either of you, for your information. I mean, I wasn't really planning to leave you both in that way, but I had so much going on, you know? I just got a little carried away, that's all. I was so excited to start my new life and we needed the money. Sure, you could say that I acted irrationally, but no one's perfect.
Well, it's not like I couldn't figure out that the type of guy who would force a woman to steal money for him so he can elope with her would turn out to be no good in the end. Anyone could see it. Anyone except for you. But maybe you were the perfect match for him after all.
How dare you say that to me? We were supposed to start a new life together, but he ran away with the money and left me with his dad, you know? It's been a terrible experience.
Back when we were married, you were taking out money from my bank account to give to him, right?
Wait, you knew about that? No way. How did you find out?
How could I not know? You thought I hadn't found out? I'm not as stupid as you think, Miranda. I'd been thinking that I wanted to discuss getting a proper divorce with you after they got married anyway. But I never could have anticipated that you would pull such a stunt.
But I had no choice. Alan, you have to understand. I wasn't bearing a grudge against you or anything. I just needed the money or I wouldn't have been able to start my new life. What was I supposed to do?
It wasn't just that one time. Even now, 5 years later, you're trying to use Lucas for your own financial gain, aren't you?
Use him? How dare you? I could never do that. He's my son.
Well, how else could I phrase it? As soon as you heard about his successful business, you tried to make contact with us so you could get access to his money. Once you started cheating on me, you were already the lowest of the low when it came to being a wife. But then you went and betrayed Lucas. Congratulations, you're also the worst mother in the world.
How could you be so mean to me? Think about my situation. I've got nowhere to go now. Help me out a little, will you? You have to do something. We used to love each other, didn't we?
It's been so long since then that I don't even remember. And by the way, how can you go begging to Lucas, of all people, saying that you want to live with him again after everything that you've done to him? Don't you have any shame? He was repelled by it, just so you know. He said you weren't his mother anymore.
What? He said that? I raised that boy. How could he think of that about me? Why is he being so ungrateful? Did you brainwash him or something?
You weren't even home most of the time, and you left the house in a filthy state. You haven't done anything motherly for him in the last 10 years. Not to mention, you stole his wedding presents. I had to apologize to Anna's parents on your behalf, you know. Everyone was mortified that you would cause such an incident.
Huh? What do you mean? Why would you have to apologize?
You really have no common sense at all, do you? Lucas and I have both had it up to here with you causing us trouble. We've been rid of you for years now, so could you please ensure that it stays that way?
So you're all in Paris now, right? How do I get there? Will you book a plane ticket for me?
For God's sake, how many more times do I have to say it? You are no longer part of the family. Why on earth would we want to pay for your ticket? None of us ever want to see you again if we can help it.
How could you? The three of you swanning around Paris without a word to me about it. I want to live in luxury too.
There it is, the real motive. Just like I suspected, you're having money troubles, so you decided to have us save you. Well, sorry, but we don't want anything to do with it. We've both had enough of you for a lifetime.
At least send me some money for the time being. I'll pay you back eventually. You guys are rich, aren't you? I saw it in the news. I'm his mother, so I have a right to that money too.
No, you're not his mother.
Excuse me?
Don't forget, you're the one who abandoned us. The three of us are getting by just fine without you. Please don't try to contact us ever again. Anyway, I'll be blocking your account. Goodbye forever, my low-life ex-wife. Following that, Alan decided to block all further contact from his ex-wife. Despite her desperate attempts to reach out, crying and begging, he remained oblivious to her messages. Feeling defeated, she turned to her son Lucas for support, only to be met with the harsh words, "You're not my mother anymore." With those painful words, he also blocked her. Left with no one to turn to and nowhere to go, she found herself completely lost and unsure of what to do. Miranda, who had always lived selfishly and done as she pleased, now faced the harsh reality of having to rely solely on herself for survival.